Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the Senior Strategy Game and we are returning to a Let's Play of Hearts of Iron 4 where we're playing as the United Kingdom, having invaded Germany in June 1941. We are principally still trying to bomb Germany into ruins, and I've rearranged a couple of our guys over here so that it's a little bit easier, hopefully, to see what is going on. And you should see that, these guys are now engaging from over here. It's still a little bit of a thing, but you can still see the numbers, so it is still an enormous bombardment of German cities and their industrial capabilities, including Italy for now. So we've got, let's just briefly count that, we've got 800, so 400, 800, 1,200, 1,600, 2,400 bombers over here that are constantly bombing Germany in daylight attacks. At the same time, we are holding the front over here. We can't really progress too far. Things have, died down just a little bit because the Germans are still putting up a very strong defensive line. But we can see that the Americans are finally coming into play. Jesus, just look at all of these troops that are coming into Europe now. So I'm very much looking forward to these guys pressing home their attack. Simultaneously, we are fighting over here in... well, we're not really fighting yet, but we have sent some troops down here to Singapore. We've also sent up a couple of naval guys over there. So yeah, let's see what is going to happen there. Ooh, and some American U-boats are into play here. That is nice to see. Ooh, we're losing some convoys over here now. I would very much like you guys to actually go back to, let's say, no, not convoy raiding, convoy escort over here. At least in this vicinity. We can probably only be focused on that area for now and see whether we can attack some of these submarines. Yeah, these guys are now coming in. Are they coming in? No, these are just the convoys that are disengaging. We've got a couple of cruisers over here that are coming in. That's a little bit surprising. But yeah, nothing too big. Okay, lost the convoys. Bad luck there, but that's going to be alright. Good. Yeah, we're still holding out against Italy as well, so that is nice to see. Let's see whether the Germans are gonna be weak in any part of the front line. Well, we do have some part of this area over here. Now, this might be a good target over here in the Rhineland. Now, the Rhineland is, of course, one of the industrial heartlands of Germany. So if we could conquer this area over here, that might be very, very useful indeed. But you can sort of see the issue over here. On the other hand, now I think we are starting to make some good progress over here. And we are starting to see that more troops are being committed against them there, so that is nice. Let's actually get you guys over here as well, so that we are reinforcing that a little bit. These guys are being pushed out there by the Dutch as well, so that's nice to see. Ooh, unread port strike results. Well, that's not good to see. So they are sending in guys to attack our shipping in Malta. Well, if that's the case, then I think we should actually be a little bit based further back, so that should be a-okay. Yeah, let's grab you guys. Send you a little bit further back. We don't need to be right over here. Especially over time, this will do a lot of damage against your ships. So yeah, try to avoid that if and whenever possible. Right, still don't have that many other troops here. We've lost another convoy here. So that should potentially tell us to grab another of you guys here. Why are you actually set up so weirdly? Okay, let's grab two of you and set you up in this group as well. And you guys can go ahead and do convoy escort as well, so that we are dealing with these submarines there. They're so pesky otherwise. Right, okay, this attack just doesn't seem to be going anywhere, which is a bit of a shame. Yeah, okay, this is not going to be successful. So let's stop, let's not waste our men. We don't really have enough supply resources as well, so yeah, let's simply continue pushing up over here. We are winning over there, that's nice to see. Good. Other than that, yeah, this up there is really, really a little bit weird. Okay, we've done the Hold Hong Kong mission here. That's nice. Could you do landward fortifications? Don't think we need that, but the air base would be very lovely. So that would be fairly nice, but on the other hand, the Mod Committee here would also be extremely nice. So yeah, let's start with that. See whether we can get some good benefit there, and that might be very lovely indeed. Good. In terms of research, yeah, this is still over 300 days, so that's going to take a while. Don't think we really need anyone over here, except for maybe, well, the Navy maneuver. You know what? Naval speed, that is going to be extremely lovely, so let's take one of these guys. It would be so great if we could intercept a couple of guys over there, but it just doesn't seem possible. Yeah, well, time is on our side, I think. How is the battle going over here? Ooh, that's a lot of Italians. That is a lot of the Italian Navy coming in just like that. Now we do have got a couple of guys down here, so you. So if I could gently ask you guys here, specifically the... Is that the home fleet? I think it's the home fleet. You know what, we're just directly going to sail it over here. And you guys not so much, honestly. You can stay over here. Is it halt? Yeah, I think it is. Right. So you guys are nevertheless trying to join up over there. So that is the home fleet sailing out with a lot... Ooh, this is not good. Well, it's mostly our allies, but still. This is not nice at all. And we are getting some land and lease equipment here, support equipment. That's great to see. Yes, we would do that. And we can operate another guy over here. Now, Orator isn't really that effective. But, on the other hand, what else have we got? Linguist. Linguist is nice. Infiltrator is okay. Well-groomed doesn't really matter too much. Demolition Expert is very nice, I think. So that does mean we can potentially get you guys going. We were just waiting for one guy over here. So yeah, let's commence that when ready, and that should enable us to do that. So I think you should just commence. Okay, yeah, we do need some more supply, I guess. Yeah, we're going to be alright though. Right, okay, so that battle over here didn't go too well. We didn't lose anything, personally, but still that was a bit of an issue here. Let's see whether the Italians are going to come up again. We might just get over here so that we are supporting the defense here a little bit more closely. Still, all of this Alpine line here is holding out extremely well, so that's nice to see. Up over here, still no weakness in the German front lines, so yeah, that's still a bit of an issue, but there we go. As more of these Americans are coming in, I think we're going to be golden. Do wonder where they are. I think the first ones should really have arrived by now, shouldn't they? Couple of guys over there. Can't really see that many Americans on land yet. No, there are some. No, there's another one. Okay, yeah, they are coming in. It's just taking some time. So that's going to be alright. Naval battle over here again. Ooh, that's not nice. They very nearly destroyed one of our destroyers. Let's repair that guy and send him home. And we are starting to see the first activities by the Imperial Japanese Navy here. It's mostly against American stuff. But we have actually sunk a submarine here, so that is good to see. Well, we do need to defend Hong Kong in a moment, but for now we can't really do anything over there. So that is a bit of an issue, but not much we can do about that. Right, any weakness in the German line we're going to try to exploit. Cipher is fully decrypted, that's good to see. We're not doing anything right now, so let's resume the one on the Soviet Union. And I think that's good. And that should enable us actually to check on the intel over here. And by the way, you can see just how this comes about. So we've got total civilian intel of 77%. That is due to the decrypted cipher, 10%, 10 percentage points, radar 2 percentage point, naval network, intel network, sorry, 24%, and then just a couple of things here and there, including fascist, which is interesting. But yeah, that does enable us to see quite a bit of their stuff over here, and that does enable us to see just how many damaged factories they have got. And it does look bleak for them, honestly, so that is good to see for us, of course. Right. We know they also have some equipment shortages, which is good for us, but to really be able to use them, we would need to be a little bit more aggressive. And the other thing that I do think we need to do is grab a couple of these destroyers over here, bring them down here to Singapore, there we go, and have you guys be operating over here as well. So that should enable you to fight over there. We've got another battle over here, that's just a destroyer. So... well, if they are sending out so many aircraft over here, let's actually shift you guys to operate in this region, which I think should be okay, and that way we might shoot down some of the aircraft. That might be nice. Good. Not that much that we're doing over here. Yeah, the front line really has become a little bit static as the Germans have re-established themselves. 2 Japanese submarines, another submarine. That's very nice, actually. Yeah. So they can't sustain this amount of losses. On the other hand, these American submarines here are pretty much doomed, I think. nevertheless, that's good to see. Right, we've researched that, but I do think a little bit more naval hardware might be nice. And one of the things that I do like to do is use these small caliber semi-armor piercing shells. That is going to be done fairly quickly, so let's go ahead and do that, and that should be okay. Right. Italian submarine here. Yeah, we really would like to engage them there. How about the Italians? You must be suffering from so much in terms of equipment shortages. You're doing really poorly. And I think you're also being bombed basically to oblivion. Yeah, none of these areas where we can really make any dent in the German lines though. It's all too strong. Even 4 divisions is just too strong for us. Yeah, let's see whether the Americans are going to make an impact here. I think we can actually accelerate that a little bit. Let's keep an eye on our air situation. Just looks like we have complete control basically. And you guys up over here. Maybe you shouldn't fly there. Ah, 2 submarines sunk there. That's very nice to see. Yeah, so our destroyers down here are already making some good work, and that is good to see. Right, we are a little bit shy on aluminium, it seems, but I think we're going to be alright over time. Right, and yeah, I'm going to treat that every day. Yeah, okay, they're losing submarines so quickly over here. It's not even funny. Yeah, you can see just another group. I mean, they've got a lot of these submarine guys, yeah, right, but still we are being so aggressive over here. I think we're going to be alright in a very short amount of time. Another 2 submarines sunk there, that's just great. Construction 4 done as well, so that's very important as well. I do think we want to go for more resources, because we are so shy on resources all the time. So yeah, I think that would be great. We are losing fuel again, which is not fantastic, but what can we do, eh? Oh, there's another battle down here, and it does seem to be a battle where the entire Italian Navy is trying to commit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab our home fleet, that's you guys, and we're going to sally them forth. That does hit their organization, but otherwise they are sometimes just really weird in trying to engage or not engage, so that is, I think, going to be alright. There we go. We've got, no, this is us. This is 10 battleships from our side, 2 carriers from our side, the Eagle, the Hermes, and on the battleship side we've got Warspite, Royal Oak, Royal Sovereign, HMS Malaya, Valiant, Ramilas, Revenge, Barham, Queen Elizabeth, and Resolution. And of course a couple of destroyers here as well. So let's see whether the Italians are going to join up. There are our battleships, one of which already has received a little bit of damage, but hopefully we should be able to see their destroyers being sunk. You know what, let's go through this a little bit slower here. And yeah, their destroyers are just being blown out of the water here. And I don't even think that the main fleet is going to join up. If they do, they'd be more than welcome to. Ooh, on the other hand, we have lost a couple of destroyers over here. And I'm not sure whether these are destroyers that are part of the home fleet, actually, or not. So it might be the case. Now, 40? I think with 40 you're pretty much alright. Nevertheless, I call this a great victory. 10 destroyers on their side against 3 of ours. That, I think, is fairly sustainable for us. A lot of damage, of course, here on some of these things, but mostly it's fine. It's not really big damage anyway. Yes. Non-aggression pact, that's also okay. Anywhere, Germans, you feel like making room anywhere? Oh, look at that. There's some Danish divisions that are being trained up now. That's good to see. 4 submarines sunk in a single go over there. Great. I like it. Yeah. Okay, they're going to cancel their land. At least it's fine. I think we are fine mostly in terms of supply equipment. At least very nearly so. Okay, bracket shooting done. Let's go for ladder shooting, so that we are again doing more damage on the naval side and building up our capabilities. It's all of these soft capabilities, that are not immediately apparent, but that are going to be super useful over time. Alright, also you don't need to just build that up over time. It's going to be alright. Okay, the Italians are playing around over here, so you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to ask these guys here to be on a patrol mission. And our home fleet is going to be asked to be on a strike force pattern. So you guys should go over here, and whenever you feel like there's anything that we need to do, you should do that. We're not going to be engaged over here, we are going to go down here. And you can stop doing that for a second. Yeah, you're going home, back home, and then I think you're going to sally forth again. Are you? No, you're not. Okay, fine. Let's try that again then. Okay, now you're doing that. You are still on strike force mission, that's okay. Let's make sure that we are repairing our stuff as quickly as possible. We are doing that over here. Oh, these guys have... Jesus, look at these guys. Oh no, they're American. Right. The Americans are not doing great over here. We do need to help them out. Yeah, don't really care about the German partisans there. They're typically not a very big issue. Still think this might be the weakest link that they've got. Okay, let's try another attack over here. I'm gonna just try to move you guys all in at the very beginning, and then just sort of loop around over here. We're also gonna get one of you guys here to attack, and one of you is gonna join and support the attack. And that just might mean that we have now more divisions than they have, and that should give us an early advantage over here. Even though, you know, division per division, we're not doing better, but we have simply more than they have. On the other hand, our breakthrough is much lower than theirs, so their attacks basically all get doubled in force, whereas ours don't. Also, we should briefly make sure... So this is part of West Germany? Ah, you see, this is part of West Germany, so what we should actually do is grab our close air support guys over here, maybe fly them down here and ask them to patrol over Western Germany instead. That might be okay, so that we are supporting them in that regard a little bit. I would love some support from our allies as well, and there seem to be some guys joining up, but it's really not enough. Yeah, it just really isn't. What's going on? We've got a dangerous naval invasion in the Bismarck Sea. Okay, Japan is starting to make very aggressive noises down there. We've got a navy spotted over here. That's not a big surprise, but there is a naval battle over here. We've got... Oh, we've already sunk a couple of these guys, so that's nice. Destroyer and 2 light cruisers. And it really cannot sustain any type of damage. And it just almost looks like we might have enough capabilities here to break through. I'm gonna funnel more troops into there because I know that all of the other units here, all of these French, all of these Americans, they are gonna hold the line here for us while we do the attacks. And hopefully gonna be breaking them and have at least one gap in their front line that might then enable us to sort of attack the next places and so on and so forth. Okay, you guys, well, not you really, but you guys try to get over there, try to overwhelm them, try to draw forces in from various sides over here. You guys do get down here, you do get down here, and then we might be able to overwhelm them on a sort of a broader flank there. But it is kind of dubious whether we are going to make... Well, it's moving the front line, so that I think is very great, and it might give us control over this area here as well, which is going to be containing a lot of other things. Oh, there we go, better shells. That's nice to see. Operatives can be recruited. We do need to take care of that. We've got this stuff, so that is all a-okay. We don't really need a lot more hardware, I feel. I think in terms of hardware we are mostly fine. This is going to be ahead of time for just too much. Light cruisers, battleship, all of this is nice, but you know what, let's do damage control. I think that's going to be important. Right, so who are we going to recruit? I think well-groomed, that doesn't really matter. Infiltration is fine. Let's do bigger French national there. We've lost a convoy again, some submarines, not too big a deal. We are sending in some further forces down here. You guys are patrolling, so we are patrolling in that region, so that is good. And yeah, so up over here. Okay, let's make sure that we are pushing and pressing our advantage here. While they do, while they are a little bit disorganized, I want to just make sure that we are trying to exploit that as much as possible. At least try to grab that state. Okay, let's try to move more people down here. It's going to take a while, and they're going to be reinforced from the sides. They're going to counterattack us here, but I think the counterattack will be fine. You can see some of them are crossing the Rhine. These 2 divisions over here I think will be struggling to make a very big impact as well. Yeah, you can see they are very low on organization, so they should be a-okay. Another naval battle down here. Oh, some convoys being sunk. Well, that's not great at all. More Japanese submarines. That's not a big deal. Okay, these are just submarine battles, are they? Yeah, various ones really. We don't care about that too much. I do want to focus on the Italians for now. And here we are with a very big battle where... Oh, this is it. This is it. Very nice. I did miss it in the beginning, but you can see this is a stormy night. And we are engaging with 2 carriers from our side, 10 battleships. So this is the entire home fleet. 4 heavy cruisers. Shropshire, Dorsetshire, Suffolk and Frobisher. Couple of light cruisers and a lot of destroyers, and we have already sunk the Andrea Doria, the Gorthia and the Fiume, as well as some more light ships over here, but already 3 capital ships sunk. That is a great result, and all of these guys here, look at Trieste at 10% strength, limping back as well as Trento. So yeah, that is a fairly good result over here. That basically crippled them, and that is definitely nice for us. We will have taken some damage over here. You can see Valiant, for example, at 90% and so, but this is nothing compared to their damage, and that is, again, brilliant for us. Right. Let's not lose sight of the main conflict over here, though. So you guys are still being engaged, but I think we are doing fine over here in defending. But that should enable us to potentially also grab this part of the River Rhine here. They have some troops all around. And some of these areas are starting to look a little bit weaker, as they are defending on multiple areas here. But it's just really not enough, I believe. And you guys are going to try to move to the rear there, which I don't really appreciate. Let's try to push onto this area there. We've done the Mort Committee, that's nice. Let's do secret weapons next, and that is going to be very useful. You guys do get down here. I just want to make sure that we are supporting this line. There's a Romanian infantry as well, and I think at some point we might see that they can't really keep up the supply consumption. That's kind of useful. Let's go ahead and deal with that. Smaller battles down here. Yeah, great. Okay, yeah. Yeah, still. This is not working to our advantage. It might if we can just kick out a couple of guys there. Mexican entry into the Allies. Do we... You know what, we were going to sponsor that. We are a little bit unhappy about them because they did nationalize some oil fields earlier. But you know what, that's going to be alright. And they are joining up the war, so that's good to see as well. And I think we are slowly but surely starting to push the Germans here to the brink. I mean, it's only basically a cavalry division that is holding out. In addition to some of these guys. I mean, if just they had a little bit low organization. But they are funneling in more and more troops. So, well, I mean, so are we, but... I think the longer the front line is, the more of an advantage it will be for us, because for them it will be very hard to maintain a very long front line. And with the Americans coming in, I think we are going to be alright in that regard. Good, okay, let's send you down here, and let's maybe try to cut off all of these Germans here in this vicinity. So this defense here should be going fairly well. Let's send you up over here onto this other river side here. That should be okay. Right, let's just try to get over here. And if we can cut off all of these Germans here in Western Germany, that is going to be super useful. I don't think we will. But if we could, that'd be fantastic. I don't think our cavalry will be altogether too useful here, but again, just try to make some impression on the enemy here. That would be fantastic. Okay, now we are engaging them across the river, which is not good. What we could do is, well, firstly, you're going to attack as well. You should try to lock these guys in place, because I really don't want these guys here to be reinforced. And they are being reinforced, so that is a big issue already. 3 guys now, that is starting to look a little bit more tough. I don't think we will be able to break them here. Well, we might. These guys are not doing great. Depends on whether these guys are going to join anytime soon, and just how quickly we can wear them down. If it's only against a single division, I think we might be alright. Okay, no, this is not going anywhere. Let's drop the guys that have very low organization. So you guys do have decent organization at least. Frankfurt seems to be a little bit too tough. Okay, let's try to move over the river again. What we do need to do though is pin you guys down and pin you guys down. And really hope that we can break them quickly. Doesn't look like it though. Doesn't look like it. Okay, fine. Stop it. Where do we need to attack then? We could attack up here. It doesn't make too much of a difference. What I do think we should do though is try to limit the front line here so that you understand that you're supposed to be a little bit more in this area here. We might be able to take a stab at Frankfurt if all of these guys are moving out. Could also try to engage them over there. Doesn't really matter too much though. It's not going to be so useful. 4 divisions over here in Frankfurt. Does that mean we can try to stab them there? I don't know. 4 Italian submarines sunk there. That's good. How about the Japanese? Well, a convoy lost there. That's not a big deal. Okay, they are very close to Hong Kong. I do think we need to try to send troops there. But that is going to be tough. Italy, barely holding on. And how about Germany? How about the German air offensive? Let's try to have a look at here via the operatives map. We've finished the captured air operative there. And you guys are now doing what? Defending their homeland. Yeah, we don't really need to do that. Let's try to send you over into gathering intel over here in Germany, which I think is going to be alright. And you're also defending the homeland. You know what? You are an infiltrator. That's fine. Let's start putting you into Japan. You're going to be totally inconspicuous over there. And then let's actually check on the Germans here. So this is prepared. Why can't we commence that? I think we're still a little bit shy on stuff over there. But yeah, Intel Ledger. So how does it look? Damaged factories 65. That means at this point we have damaged more than a third of their factories in total. And pretty much half of their military factories. Very, very nice indeed. I like to see that. How does it look geographically? Just briefly gonna check on that. Yeah, you can see 0 of 7. Yeah, just this is fantastic news here. Southern Germany seems to be doing fairly better. I mean this area here, Austria, Bavaria. Is that considered to be part of the Alpine region? It is, so we do need to shift around some of our troops here. Our air troops. So let's send more bombers here to do strategic bombing in this region. And who could we, you know what, I think we might have actually enough airplanes to found another group here. 2,000 heavy fighters in reserve. Yeah, I think we're going to be alright here. You know what, let's actually found a group of 400 here. Slight change to the usual, but I think it's going to be alright. And you're going to attack that here as well, during the day only, and that should send more and more troops over this area, which should be a-okay. That being said, I think now is a perfect time to put in a cut. Do let me know what you think about our advance down here. Are we exposing ourselves too much? Can we exploit that? I don't know. Let's see. Hope to see you around next time, guys. Bye-bye.